Hello and welcome, I'm BornEightyFive. This is the Command & Conquer Red Alert Remastered online multiplayer replay. The player NoAngel asked to make YouTube video of this match. Since he is the first to ask me that, I can't say no. In this video I show you 2 matches played in a row with the same players and different formations. In this video we are playing the map Sections Clutch. Both matches are from February 18 year 2025. For me in the late evening. Destroying buildings mode and super weapons and highest or growing. I am describing the video from my perspective. That means I will always speak about the enemy X or our commander X. Like I said in the lobby, wow, we have 6 very good players here. Team 6, top of the map. For color orange plays BornEightyFive, for color green plays Rambo, for color pink plays Splinter.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Team 7, bottom of the map. For color blue plays ENVB. For color Cyan plays RS Cupcake. For color purple plays NoAngel. In the game it is usually the case that bridges is full. From then on it's really about conquering the islands, but it must be balanced, so that without losing the sea battle or the bridge. As a rule, whoever has both islands will usually win the game due to the resources. As you can also see, each island is closer to the mainland, which means that one side always has it easier for conquering it.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
In order to find a good balance, you should sail all the coast with a fast transport boat and of course sail across the sea several times, but that's not so easy because you also have to build at the same time.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Enemy Blue makes it to an island first with MCV. That's because he hasn't built any tanks. It's a risk, of course, for losing a rush. As you can see, on the other hand, our commander Orange has built tanks, and he will now use them to stop Blue. Orange loads 2 boats instead just 1. This means he will arrive a little later, but he will also do more damage to Blue. However, this is of course also a risk, as this means that there are fewer tanks available for the bridge. As you can see, the bridge is out of balance. There are more cyan tanks than green tanks, but because no satellites have been launched yet, the enemy doesn't know that, and we are lucky in this matter.
Building. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Now our commander green also makes it to our island, while commander orange also arrives, but not with an MCV but tank troop. He managed to kick blue off the island. Enemy Cyan has apparently noticed this and is doing exactly the same thing. He sends a transport boat with tanks to take revenge. We will see. This very good attack and playing will succeed and will also be very effective. Our commander Orange realized that the transport boat is about to land and sends therefore more of his troops there. Unfortunately, most of his tanks were on the bridge before Green. Green was blocking a little bit, so it took them a long time. Enemy Cyan really has done very good rush here and has weakened our commander Orange greatly.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
As you can see, it looks like the boats from enemy blue are not such a big threat because they are under the radar, you can't see them. But he had built up a large fleet in the meantime. Since Orange has been weakened, it becomes clear that he will lose the sea battle completely. That's why he built another MCV to build further to the right side and give up his base on the left
Unit
side.
ready. Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Affirmative. Reporting. Agreed. Vehicle reporting. Now affirmative.
On hold.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Knowledge.
ready.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Building.
Affirmative.
Naval
Knowledge.
unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Construction complete. Naval unit lost. Naval unit
Yes, sir.
lost. Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Naval unit lost.
Reporting.
Building.
Awaiting
Naval
order.
unit
Knowledge.
lost. Unit ready.
Waiting order. Knowledge. Reporting very well.
Lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. Unit lost. Building.
Our commander Orange can't find a place to build.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
In hindsight, I have to admit that I and Orange should have built up the top of the map, but it's hard to say whatever that would really be better because possible air attacks. I then decided to build under a gap generator and didn't even notice that an enemy transport ship with a tank group had landed on this position. Enemy Cyan. That's exactly why you can see that my MCV wasn't prepared during the attack, because I was in my starting base with my view. This attack was fatal and left me in a state of ineffectiveness. If I had seen the Cyan tanks, I would of course have driven away and waited. Unfortunately, I hadn't seen Cyan. From now on we basically had a 3 versus 2 and in the long run probably a defeat. You can see from the following air attack that the position under the gap generator was actually the right one. Up there I wouldn't have been destroyed too. As you can see, I'm sitting on $14,000 but can't build anything. Because the match is no longer interesting, I rewind 5 times. Both teams played well. So we come to the second game right after. Teams and spots have been changed. Team 6, top of the map. For color red plays ENVB. For color green plays Rambo. For color pink plays RS Cupcake. Team 7, bottom of the map. For color blue plays Splinter. For color Cyan plays BornEightyFive. For color purple plays NoAngel. Only NoAngel and Rambo are still in the same spot as the previous game. The enemy red plays very well here by sailing along all the coasts. This is
Acknowledged.
almost a reference example how to do it.
Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Enemy red sees that he can win the sea battle and pushes forward. 6 boats versus 1 boat at the moment. However, red also sees that blue is now building up more sea units. Blue was also sailing around with the transport boat and probably saw red coming. Red therefore stops the attack. So if you say enemy red is a reference example of discovering the map for balancing priorities, then purple is the exact opposite. Sorry NoAngel, but you played very well otherwise. You can see how many boats the enemy has at the
Building.
moment.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit
At once.
ready. Building.
Here's the
Construction
enemy's
complete.
view again. Red
Training.
played very well here.
On
Someone
hold.
discovered the map even worse than NoAngel, enemy pink. Now it will be very exciting to see how this turns out. Enemy Red also makes it to Island. In my opinion, however, Red took a big risk here. He did manage to be first on the island, but he used his first MCV, so he transported it there. And I believe he did it without building a service platform, so that he couldn't build a second MCV. This strategy is often used on the map Naval Conquest, for example. The risk can pay off and be an advantage if he is lucky. But will Enemy Red be lucky with this strategy? We will see it soon. Our Commander Purple managed to hold the island and create a balance of the boats. Also, the bridge is also currently in balance with the tanks and Teslas. Blue is loading a transport boat with tanks. The destination is probably the island. Red should actually be able to see it, as he can see the coast well, as mentioned twice before. Meanwhile, our Commander Cyan, that's me, is building submarines because I see that Blue needs support. I hope Enemy Red has now built a service platform so that he can build MCVs, but as you can see later in the game, he probably hasn't done it. So his risk strategy was not very successful for him, but rather very fatal. No MCV there. The next action is completely logical. Now Enemy Red can only try to compensate his loss and situation by winning the sea battle, and thereby still achieve a success. Our Commander Cyan sees that Blue is always slightly in the minority with his boats, so I attack the naval yards of the Enemy Red. That's also a good strategy because submarines aren't that good against destroyers. That's why attacking the naval yard buildings is more efficient. He also sees that there is an imbalance on the bridge and that we could win the bridge battle. He moves forward with his troops, however at some point he noticed that enemy pink boats are causing considerable damage, so he retreats again. Now our Commander Cyan also has access to the resources of an island. Our Commander Purple sends chrono vehicles and can completely stop Red's money. So from now on we basically have a 3 versus 2. Since we also have the 2 islands, it is probably only a matter of time before we win. Our Commander Purple sends more chrono vehicles. That battle on the left seaside will end soon with a victory for us. Our commander purpose sends chrono vehicles and destroys their satellites. This usually means that the enemy loses all visibility. This demotivates the enemy considerably, especially in this situation. After this, some of them will probably start to think about giving up. From now on, the game is just a constant minimization of the enemy and therefore no longer interesting. So I will fast forward it from now on. So that was a funny evening. I'm sorry if players lost twice. For me it was one defeat and one victory. I think they were two good games and very balanced. Finally, both games ended because of the same spot destroyed completely. It is the spot on the top left corner. I hope you liked the video. If so, please don't forget to give me a like. And yes, if you want to see further Red Alert videos from me, don't forget to subscribe.